Okay, so I want to talk about these crossbars and towers before I take them off and put the new Yakima ones on. So about 2 years ago, I went to get these from, I think it's ONAC, who makes some pretty good stuff, but they sell this lockable tower with these crossbars. And at first it went well, but over time this particular tower here began to give me trouble. I actually, there's a metal there's like a metal bolt inside of there. When you're unloosening it, it's kind of hard to explain, and the plastic there causes it, when you're trying to adjust it, it was just spinning around because the plastic in there holding it on was failing. So they sent me a new one. I paid like $20 for it, for a new, this part here and this part here, a new part here, but it just keeps creeping out and keeps creeping out, and I don't want to be going down the road with my mountain bike on my Kuat piston rack and there being an issue. The same thing with the front one, although this one's pretty much stayed where it stayed, hasn't really moved. But this one here I've adjusted countless times, of course replacing the parts, trying to get it adjusted, and it just keeps causing me a problem. I had an older Yakima system with round bars before this that did okay, but I had it so long it just died. It was like, I had it like for, I don't know, a long time. And of course these end caps here have popped out long ago. As a matter of fact, back when I first got these a couple of years ago. So I'm going to take this off and put a new Yakima system up there. But I just want to show this because this might work for someone for short term, but if you're thinking that you're going to get Yakima or Thule performance out of it, you're not. And me having a background working in the bicycle industry and also being a former store manager, you know, yeah. Now these over here have been okay. This side here, I've had few problems over here. It's been the driver's side where my mountain bike tends to be. So I'm guessing probably the shifting loads just from having the bike on the Kuat piston rack has contributed to it, but still it should have just held in place. So I don't know if I make a video about it, but I'm going to definitely take these off and put a Yakima system up there that I just scraped the money together to get, so that I can hopefully ride and not have to worry about anything, because I've had multiple Yakima systems in the past and experience because of my background in the bicycle business installing Yakima and Thule. The Yakima usually a little bit cheaper, so I got a Yakima system to replace this, and I'll put this cargo rack back up, and also my piston on top of that. And I was so tired from working and hot that I realized this a couple weeks ago out here in the blazing sun, humid sun, this is actually crooked on there, but not a huge big deal, but like this thing here is crooked and I am retarded. So, but I was hot and wore out here trying to adjust everything, because I was just getting tired of it. It's not working right, and you get determined, try to get something fixed and squared away, and sometimes you're just so hot and tired and zonked out of it, but determined to get it done, you end up doing stupid stuff like that, it being crooked, which doesn't really hurt anything, but if you have a truck or somebody beside you, they'll realize that you're a retard, so I want to change that. This quick video to share before I put the Yakima system up here. I may or may not film the Yakima install. At this point, I just want to get it done so I can confidently load gear onto my hunk of junk old Nissan Cube, and also the main thing, load my mountain bike up there without being worried that these are going to start creeping loose. Because again, the Yakima ones I had before, I had for a very long time, probably almost 8 years, No, take that back. No, about 10 years. But they got to the point where the round bar rubber on the Yakima ones was rubbing away, and the towers in the Yakima system were just starting to fail. So if as a cheap stopgap, if you don't have the money, which is the case with me for sure, these will probably work short term. I'll leave a link to them. You can try them. These will probably work short term, but don't, in my experience, depend on them to last and do what you need them to do for the long term, because of the issues and problems I had. And one more thing, when I got in contact with OMAC, who sells some good stuff, but you know, they sell this brand here. It was completely non-intuitive as far as going on their website and getting this part. You have to call them. You have to email them. Then you call them. Then they'll give you like a generic. They'll tell you to go on the website, but when you go on the website, it's not clear what to do, and you have to get like this generic, part, just on their webpage, and the person you talk to on the phone has already, I guess, put it in the system, but you have to go through the extra step of going online, and it's just a weird system. It's not very user friendly. Lady was nice. Had to call her twice, but once I had it ordered, it was here within about, in Virginia Beach, probably it was in about 4 days, so that was pretty fast. And again, it was $20 to replace this part, not this cover here, but this part here of the tower and this clip here, which was the main culprits for this one. So here's the name of them. So if you see them, again, like I said, if something, because you're a poor boy like me and you need something in the near term, these will probably work, but over time you'll be better off if you can swing it to get either a Thule system or a Yakima system. I went ahead and put a new Yakima system up there to support my cargo rack and also my Kuat piston with a Kashima coat there. Now I put the piston on facing the opposite way of what I would normally do it, just to try to make it more difficult, that if anybody being mischievous can grab the mechanism and activate it, because it's more inboard as opposed to it being outboard. But this looks a lot better. This red tape is just to help me kind of find out where my measurements were. But this is working a lot better. I have a lot more confidence in this Yakima with these aero bar things and these towers and clips. A lot more confidence in this setup than the setup that I took off about, filming this part here, about 2 weeks ago, roughly now. And this has been no problem at all. It looks a lot better. My car's an old piece of crap, a hunk of junk, but I'm gonna hold on to her because as momentarily looks a lot better with that setup. So the quick moral to the story is, go ahead, if you can afford it, and get a Yakima or Thule system. No offense to OMAC, they make some great automotive stuff, and again, as I've stated in the earlier part of the video, if you're a poor boy, I understand, I get it, right? I get it, and that's all you can afford. Get that to start off with, but start saving your nickels up so you can get yourself a Yakima or Thule system. I went to REI to get mine because unfortunately the bike shop that I've had a great relationship with for a long time, but haven't really done anything for in a while as a side hustle, they don't really do that stuff anymore so much. They do have Kuat there, stuff like that. So I went to REI since I'm an REI member anyway, and so I should hopefully get a decent dividend, because the entire thing, the aerostyle bars, whatever those aerostyle bars actually call, the towers, clips, and also the 4-pack of SKS lock cores was right around 700 roughly. So it's obviously a bit more expensive than the system that OMAC is selling, but the Yakimo just like tool is going to be more reliable. And the only reason that OMAC system, system I got from OMAC, I can never name it that thing, but anyway, from OMAC, had that because simply I'm just a regular poor boy. I've got bills, I've got things I've got to pay, that kind of stuff. So anyway, keep the rubber side down. Thanks for watching HeadTube 72. I hope to have some more unique videos out soon. I hope this is kind of the style of things that you guys kind of like to see. Something a little bit different. Hopefully you like it. Have a great day.